Good evening. Um, so a couple weeks ago, I was in prayer and I heard the word separate. But at the time, I didn't get any other instructions or anything with it. So I just sat on it. And so earlier today, I was reminded of a verse which God is talking about separation right before he issued his judgment, because we are in the season of judgment. And so he brought me to Numbers chapter 16, and really it's the whole chapter, but as I was rereading it, I'm going to focus on 16 through 21. And the short version of this is there were three men, Korah, Dathan, and Abiram. I'm butchering his name. I don't care. But they decided to go against Moses, go up to Moses and tell Moses, let us help you lead the people, because we are just as anointed as you are. Even though God didn't choose them to. And so this upset Moses, of course, and his brother Aaron that spoke for him. I'm going to start at 16. Moses said to Korah, "You and all of your followers are to appear before the Lord tomorrow. You and they and Aaron, each man is to take up his censer and put an incense in it, 250 censers in all, and present it before the Lord. You and Aaron are to present your censers also." So each of them took his censer, put burning coals and incense in it, and stood with Moses and Aaron at the entrance to the tent of meeting. When Korah had gathered all of his followers in opposition to them at the entrance of the tent of meeting, the glory of God appeared to the entire assembly. The Lord said to Moses and Aaron, "Separate yourselves from this assembly so I can put an end to them at once." There are several times in my life where God has called me to separate from people, and each time he did it, it was for different reasons. I went through a period of isolation where God was showing me different levels of him, where I had to study, fast, study. I did that for months, and I was pretty much separated from everyone. There were times where he came to me and told me to separate from groups and people that I thought were my friends that were not my friends. And he told me why. But anyway, anytime that God tells you to separate, it's always for a reason. He never have you to separate just so you can be by yourself. And the particular time, a couple weeks ago, I was actually going through, not really going through something, but there was something. And when he called me to separate, I didn't know if he meant from the situation in itself or from the people in itself. And I am to the point now where none of that matters. Whenever God has called me to separate, I don't need to know why. I don't need to know how long. I just need to know from what. And it's always a reason why. In this particular time, God was saying, separate from them, because God is about to deal with things concerning that particular group. And so just be obedient. You don't have to know. You just need to know that God knows. And when God calls you into separation, I don't care how close you think you are to people. I don't care how good you think you know a person, or how much you feel like you don't understand it. Just do it, because sometimes he show you why he called you separation, but he don't have to. And when God is dealing with people and correcting people, if he's telling you to separate, because you don't want to fall into that same hole. In this particular verse, it was like 250 princes, and that were with the three, and like literally, God, he when he came, issued his judgment, God opened up the ground, and while they were still alive, they fell in, and God closed up the ground like nothing happened. And if you're close enough because you don't want to separate, you'll be in that same hole. Have a good day.